Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. I have another little project share here for you. I wanted to put another fish card together with you. Let's see, the fish tank to stamp set, the stamp and dies that came out of this month's kit. I'm actually primarily only using the dies, and I know after yesterday's video, I use the dies, and the reason I'm using the dies is for a super fun foiling technique. It's the adhesive sheet foiling technique where you take your dies, and I only used the top detailed layering dies like these, and you cut them out of white cardstock or any colored cardstock that has adhesive on the top. Like this is just plain cardstock, and then this is adhesive, and so then you lay your die on top of the adhesive, you cut it out, and then what you do is you peel the, you'll peel the adhesive off the top of it, and then what we're going to do is take some deco foil. That's tactile deco foil. It transfers with anything sticky, basically, is what it means. This stuff does toner or adhesive. So we're going to take a piece of that, put it on top, and then we're going to foil all our little pieces so they look like this. I've already done the little fish, one of the little seaweeds. I did a little seashell there. I got all these little fishies. And so I'm going to make a little fish tank scene in there. I found this little chipboard piece in my stash. It's a Stamps of Life chipboard. Just a sentiment pack. You might be able to get it on their website. I cut a card front size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 out of this super fun pattern here, out of this paper pack collection, the Dream Collection, Stamps of Life Dream Collection. And then the little table down here is a white piece of like wood, looking faux wood paper, and I got it out of this collection here, Miss Sparkle & Co. Papery. It's a marble paper pad, and it was the white wood one, and I just cut off a section. It's 1 inch tall by my 5 1/2 inches long. And then I die cut out just the detailed fish tank, not the outside one, just the detailed one, out of navy. And then I clipped out the little sand. I clipped out the little sand portion of a piece of white. So then I turned around and I cut it out of white to get my background that we're going to do ink blending on. And then I took the sand one because we're going to emboss that with my sand embossing powder from Hero Arts. So the tank is navy, then a second one cut out, and we're using the background and the sand out of the white. And I'm just going to actually, to give it more dimension, layer the white on top of it, and then inset the white background into the tank, so that way the sand gets more dimension in it. And so yeah, and then I need to find a sentiment that says, how is it here? We need one. I fish you a great birthday. That's cute. That would fit there. I want to clear heat emboss a birthday sentiment on the back, so when we ink blend it, you'll see it, because I'm going to do blue ink blending, and then that way, whoops, that's out of the other ones, that way all of our little fishies on the back will just pop. Won't that be a hoot? They'll all be foiled, deco foiled, neon looking sparkly fish. That'll be so fun. And then you have your little sentiment down there. So let me find a birthday sentiment. Oh, and I thought we might be able to add these. These are out of a kit, these little stars, and they're about the perfect size, so that'll give us another layer of interest and dimension as well. They're like super sparkly, and they're a Stamps of Life embellishment as well. I thought we could add a couple of these. Won't those be fun? But we'll see about that. So let me find the birthday sentiment that'll fit in the middle of there, and then I'll take you over and I'll show you the deco foiling. So just 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to clear heat emboss this happy birthday sentiment out of the floaties to stamp, and that will fit perfect right there. I think that'll be awesome. And then it says Yay, hooray, let's party. And that'll be inside of our little fish tank scene there. So I think that'll be cool. So let me do that. And, oh, and I'll go ahead and heat emboss the sand too on there. And then I'll show you once I get it out, I'll show you what it is I embossed on there. Just one sec. Okay, guys, I just wanted to show you this part here really quick so then I can clean it all up. I have these other pieces I need to foil for my fish tank here that I've cut out of the white cardstock with the sticky back adhesive on. And I'm just going to lay them down on top of my cutting plate. And this is just a cutting plate with a piece of folded copy paper on the top of it. It's to protect the back, but then also to add more pressure as well. So that way they don't look janky when they go through the machine and I get them out. They look nice like these little ones. And then what I'm going to put on top is another couple of pieces of copy paper. I just folded them together because I can still use them. And for more another shim to add pressure when they're going through. So I'm going to add this and this to the top of it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut out. So I'm going to take all these little sticky ones. So this little foliage, that little like seaweed, the little seaweed and these like little rocks here came out of the fishbowl set. And I used the 2 smallest seaweeds and a couple of the smaller rocks. And we're going to foil those as well. So I'm probably going to have to go get some copper foil. But all these little seaweeds are going to be in... actually, I could change these up. We could keep that one in the... We could keep these 3 in the regular green. And then I have a holographic green. We can do these other ones in to add interest. And so I think I'll get that too when I go get the copper. But, so this is all I'm doing here is just taking all the backing off the top of them. The backing off the top. That's funny. Because we put the adhesive on the top. Anyhow, let me take these off and get them all situated on here with my little pieces of foil. So save all these little scraps. Like all these, because like these are going to be what we do our little seashells in. And they're going to look just like this. And they get all the detail from the die. They'll pick all that up with all that pressure on there. So save your little bitty ones. Oh, that one was escaping. And it's a big one. Wow. Okay, so let me grab them all and I'll get them all on there and get all the little pieces on there. And then we'll run it through and then you can watch the reveal. So let me get it set up here. Okay, so while I'm sitting here trying to peel all these backings off and then set them down sticky side up, I thought, I'm just fighting with them. Why am I doing that? So what I'm doing here is to secure them. Now, just by sticking it on here, it's not going to be enough pressure to get a good transfer. But if you actually turn your shiny side down, the pretty side down, and lay your pieces on that you want to foil, you don't have to fight sticking them and making sure that you got them where you want them. They're already where you want them. So that's what I'm going to do here, is just go ahead and lay them on here. And that way I don't have to fight with it. And then I'll flip them back over when I, like that. So I'm going to keep going and doing that. And that way I don't have to fight with these. But another little trick we learn along the way, right? Okay, so I'll be back. So one more trick too is I have these foils that are like rainbow and stuff. And when you want little tiny pieces, I found to get all the different colors for my fish and stuff, it was really simple to cut a strip out, and then you just cut a section of the color that you want off, and then you can put it on top of your little, and then you get all these different colors. Like this one really has a lot of colors in it, and that's what I used to do all of those, but it was in holographic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this section off here because it's like a yellow green to lay on to put my little seaweeds on. So just another little trick, if you get the multicolored ones, you can do lots of little pieces with one section, and that will save you on your deco foil and the amount that you have to buy. So if you're doing little stuff. So just one more tip. Okay, so I got them all on here and they're ready to get pressed on. The other thing I was going to tell you was, if you end up, you cut your piece like too small, don't worry about it. Just cut another little piece off and lay it on the rest of it. And it will transfer just fine, because I did that with my little starfish. I didn't have enough foil for like one of his little arms there, And I just stuck another piece on and it foiled beautifully. You can't even tell. So a little FYI there. And so now let's put this on top. Hope we got enough pressure here. And roll it through the machine. I'm going to go back as well, so we can just get quite a lot of pressure on there. And we'll see what it looks like. Oh yeah, you can see they're indented in there. And then, look at all these fun little pieces there. See how cool is that? They're beautiful little foiled. Now you can save these too, because like you don't have to. I mean, that's probably a little bit much, but like, see these little seashells, they don't hardly take anything, and look how pretty. And because those dies have all the detail in them, it actually picks them up. Hopefully you can see the detail in the seashells there. That's because of the die. I mean, how cool is that, right? So then here we have our little rocks. I did a couple in kind of a, you know, darkish tan gold, and then a copper to put down in our little, on our sandbar there that we're going to have in our little fish tank. These are in a holographic to kind of add contrast to the back of the tank, but all still holographic. Or these are holographic, the other ones are just regular. So there we go there. And that worked nice too, just going ahead and laying them down on the deco foil, and then turning them all over and pushing them through. So there we go there. So let me clean this up. I'm gonna emboss these other two items, and then we'll do our background for our fish tank. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. This is the back panel for my fish tank there, and I want to clear emboss. And so I'm just gonna, I got my stamp on a clear block. This is clear Versamark ink, a watermark stamp pad that stays sticky for embossing powder. Well, it doesn't stay, but it lasts. It stays sticky for a while. How's that? So we're gonna try to put this towards the top and in the center-ish. Okay. It looks like we got it, so let's give it a whirl. If not, it doesn't take 2 minutes to do it again. Let's see what happens with that. Because the plan is to keep this white, and then that way when we do the blue background over it, it'll stand out. So that looks pretty good there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So let me emboss this real quick. I got my Wagner heat gun, and I already preheated it, so that way it would be, you know, quicker. Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, can you? I don't think the camera can see that. There we go. There it is. So now that's all ready. And we can put this away. The clear away anyways. And then I have my little... Oh, bad things could happen if we leave that open. So then I have this. This is Hero Arts Sand embossing powder. And look, they do still sell this on their website. So I've got my tank. I want to make sure I'm doing it in the right direction. And you should, too, you should clean your stamps off, because this leaves them sticky, and you don't want that stuff left on there if you don't know about embossing ink. You want to make sure to take that off. I should wash that right now, but you can also take a toothbrush and scrub it off a little bit with some, you know, soap or something. And now I'm just going to squish this into the pad and get it on there. And yeah, it's going to be on my fingers, but I don't mind. Most crafters don't mind. Some mind getting messy, but I don't. And hopefully we got, now this is good because if you don't get enough on there, you can go back and just keep adding. So we don't have to worry about if it's perfect the first time or not. Oops. So hopefully you guys can see this. I hope I don't get it all over my... Look at that, isn't that fun? Doesn't that look like sand? That is so cool, I love it. It has like all the different little colors in it. Hey, that's pretty fun. Okay, so let's do the same thing. And I'll heat it up. I gotta turn it around. It's getting hot. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. See how fun that looks? You can kind of see it there especially. And it just added a fun little element here to the won't that be oh, my hands are dirty. Try not to get a mess on the card, but won't that be fun when that's on there with the white background? Well, not the white, but with the little, you know, watercolored background on there. So let me clean this up. I'll be right back and we'll do up our little background there with some blending. Okay guys, we're back. I got my stuff out here and I tested a few colors. And I think we are going to go ahead and blend cornflower on the back of this, my little background here. But I wanted to let you know first too, I changed what I changed. This was the first one I did that has clear embossing over it. Well, while I was putting the embossing powders away, the sand, I noticed I remembered I had the glow in the dark embossing powder, and this stuff actually works really good. And it goes on almost clear. It's kind of a white, pale, yellow, greenish color. And it's fun. It really glows in the dark, like for real. And so I was going to let you know too that I have this lacquer pen. It's a glow-in-the-dark lacquer pen from Hero Arts. This works really well. And then so do these crystalline drops from Gina K. All three of these products, if you wanted to add a glow-in-the-dark element, they work beautifully. They're really awesome for that. So I thought, how fun would that be to have that glowing in the back of the fish tank, you know, when it starts to get, you know, a little bit dim in your in your room, you know, wherever it's displayed, and then there's this little glowing happy birthday. So anyways, I thought it would be super fun, and it's pretty clear too, so I'll still get the same effect I'm, you know, going for, which is to see that pop out of a darker background. So let's go ahead and start blending. I think I'm going to practice on this one first and see what it looks like. So if I need to adjust, I can. So that's a fun thing too there. I can test the waters with this one. And like I said, this is cornflower, Stamps of Life cornflower ink. And I am really loving it. I am liking it. And so since I do want this one pretty smooth, it doesn't have to be, it could be darker on the edges where it would be darker and lighter in the middle. But I do want this to be smooth, so I'm starting off the paper so that way I don't get as many, you know, brush strokes in it. Hopefully it will just be a smooth transition of color. And so starting off the edge, fading it in. I do want it a little bit darker where my happy birthday is, so that way it will stand out, you know. And I think this is going to work. I think this is definitely going to be the look I'm going for. And so let me grab a little paper towel so I can buff off my... And I think that definitely did it. I think that is what I was looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on this other one. And, oh, well, so you don't need to watch that. So I'm going to blend the color on the back of this one and assemble the card, and I'll be right back and show you what it looks like. Okay, there we have it. Finished it up there. Got it all layered up, stacked on there, and I think this just came out super fun, bright, cheery. It looks pretty cool, and my little glow-in-the-dark happy birthday there, it actually came out pretty fun. I wasn't sure because of the color, but it did just perfect. So I think a lot of shine, a lot of fun. And all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll post pictures on it, pictures of it on Instagram, Funtime Crafts 24/7. Hope you guys are having a fun weekend and are able to get in your craft room and enjoy the day. Thanks, guys. We'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.